everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Here at KrystalElaineTV, we are a lifestyle channel that is dedicated to encouraging and inspiring one another to living the best life and the blessed life that God has called us to live. So if you are into topics like cooking, cleaning, home organization, home decor, meal prepping, recipe ideas, and then just talking about topics that are real and relevant to women at various stages of our lives, then definitely make sure you subscribe to my channel before you head on out and join our family here at KrystalElaineTV. I am really excited about today's video because I am going to be sharing with you some of my favorite natural cleaning products. And this is something that's really important to me and that I've started incorporating into my household over the last several years, just trying to eliminate some of the harsher chemicals and toxins from my home and just live in a more natural and safe and clean environment. That's not to say that my home is 100% chemical free, but I do try to limit my use of chemicals whenever I can and go the more natural route. I just feel like it's healthier for my body. I do have a tiny dog. She's about 10 pounds, and so I like to keep things a little bit more on the natural side for her as well, and it just makes me feel better about the environment that I'm living in. So I'm super excited to be sharing some of these things with you to maybe give you some ideas of your own. So up first we have baking soda, which has a lot of different uses around our homes. I know a lot of people will keep a container in their refrigerator or under the kitchen sink or in different areas in order to deodorize. I also use baking soda to deodorize any of the fabrics in my home in terms of my couches, my furniture, my carpets, and my area rugs. And I do that as opposed to Carpet Fresh just because it's not gonna have those harsh chemicals and strong fragrances. Again, I mentioned that I have a little dog, and so anything that I'm using on my floors, I like to go the more natural route, and so I love using baking soda for that instead. Just sprinkle it down on the surface that you're trying to deodorize, let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes to do its job, and then go through and vacuum it up. You can do that on your carpets, on your rugs, you can do that on your soft furniture, and anything like that that might be harboring odors or bacteria. Baking soda is a great alternative. It's not gonna leave behind any fragrances, and it's completely natural, so there's no harsh toxins or chemicals that you have to worry about. And it's also really affordable. You can get a box of baking soda for about $1 or $1.50 at your local grocery store, so it's a really great alternative natural product. The next couple of items that I have for you are laundry related, and they are replacements for traditional laundry detergent and dryer sheets. So the first thing are these. And you might be wondering what in the world I'm holding in my hands right now, but this product is called Krystal Wash, and it has absolutely changed my life. So instead of using traditional laundry detergents, which are filled with harsh chemicals that are not necessarily the best for our skin and our bodies and all of that, our skin is porous, so any chemicals that are lingering in our clothes, those can come through our skin and all of that kind of thing. So knowing that all of that comes along with traditional laundry detergent, I have switched over to Krystal Wash. And so these are an all-natural alternative, and the way they work is that they are actually filled, you can hear them, they are filled with bioceramics. And what those do is that they change the pH of the water. A lot of times when we think about laundry detergent, we think about, oh, it's soapy and it smells good, and so that's what's cleaning our clothes is the soap. Well, really, it's the chemicals that are in the laundry detergent that are affecting the pH level of the water, and that's what's cleaning and deodorizing our clothes. So instead of using those harsh chemicals to affect the pH balance of the water, that's what the bioceramics inside of these Krystal Wash balls is doing. And so there are so many different benefits to this. I will link their website in the description box down below so that you can do your own research on it and see if they will work for you. But I love them because, one, I know that I'm not having harsh chemicals in my clothes anymore, and they are gentler on your clothes than traditional laundry detergent. So the coloring and the dyes and all of that that are in your clothes, they will last longer and not fade out as quickly. The other thing is that it's a lot more economical. So I think I paid around $50 or $60 for these, and they last for 1,000 loads of laundry. You actually will recharge them in the sunlight. So my laundry room happens to have a window in it, so whenever I'm not using them, I just set them on top of my dryer and they will get direct sunlight that way. You could always just put them in a windowsill or anything like that, and that recharges them so that they can continue to be effective. But they last for up to 1,000 loads of clothes, so I know that one bottle of laundry detergent probably costs close to $10, $15. So these are way more economical. I think I've had these for over a year. I'm getting ready to replace them, but they've lasted me for so long and I've saved so much money using these in place of traditional laundry detergent. Some people ask, well then how do you whiten your whites and how do you use fabric softener? Which I don't use bleach or fabric softener anymore. I actually use plain white vinegar. So I will pour this into the wash cycle into the fabric softener compartment of my washing machine or into the bleach dispensing compartment of my washing machine, and it works just as great as bleach or fabric softener. My clothes don't seem to be less soft than they used to be. So yeah, it's a really effective whitener as well. It's a great alternative to bleach. You can also use like OxiClean or something like that if you're wanting to get away from the harsh chemicals in bleach, but for me, vinegar works just fine. And then in terms of drying, instead of dryer sheets, I use wool dryer balls. So let me pull these out and show you what they look like. So these are the dryer balls that I use, and so they help with static electricity, so my clothes aren't staticky when they come out of the dryer, and they also actually help reduce your drying time, and so they're really great for that with just like keeping the clothes separated. You could also use tennis balls instead of these, but these are really affordable too. I had a 6-pack and I think it cost maybe $10, something like that on Amazon, so super affordable. With the Krystal wash balls, your clothes won't come out with any sort of fragrance or scent like they do with a traditional laundry detergent. So they will just come out smelling fresh and clean, which I actually really appreciate that smell now. I thought it would take me a while to get used to it, but I actually love pulling my clothes out of the washing machine and just smelling freshness as opposed to a scent or a fragrance or a perfume. So if that is hard for you to get used to and you would really prefer a scent to linger on your clothes whenever you pull them out, or maybe you just want it on your linens or something like that, a natural alternative to that is to actually use essential oils. And so what I'll do is I'll take my dryer balls and I will sprinkle just a few drops on each one of the essential oil of my choice, and my clothes come out smelling incredible. So some of my favorites for laundry are Purification. This one is by Young Living. And then I also will sometimes use lavender or eucalyptus, and so these are just some of my favorites. And then the last two items that I have for you, I am so incredibly excited to share with you. These are things that I have been using in my home for a couple of years now, and I just really swear by them. I think that they work great and they are 100% chemical free. So I'm gonna share them with you, and I'm also gonna show you how to make them. The first DIY natural product that I'm gonna show you is my DIY glass cleaner, and this is the only glass cleaner that I use in my home now. I don't purchase any from a store, from online, anywhere. This is all I use, and it is simply a 50-50 ratio of vinegar and water. Works perfectly on my mirrors, on any of my glass surfaces. I don't get streaking, and it gets everything nice and clean and sparkly. Some people will put maybe like a tablespoon or so of cornstarch. I've done that before, and it doesn't really make the recipe better or worse for me, but if you are experiencing some streaking or anything like that, then you might want to try adding cornstarch into your bottle. But for me, a 50-50 ratio of vinegar to water works flawlessly, and yeah, I think you'll really enjoy it. And the very last item that I have to share with you today is my all-purpose, all-natural DIY disinfectant cleaner, and I have it in a bottle like this, a brown amber bottle. I think is best just because it helps to protect the essential oils that I put in here from the direct sunlight, but you can use just a regular bottle as well. And the recipe for it is actually really simple. It uses some pretty basic ingredients that are really accessible and really affordable. It calls for vinegar, water, rubbing alcohol, and Castile soap. Castile soap you can also replace with just a traditional dish soap if that's what you have, but I prefer the Castile soap because it's a more natural option. It is plant-based, and so it doesn't have any harsh chemicals in it. That way it keeps the product all natural. And then I top it off with an essential oil of my choice. And one of my favorites for cleaning products is actually tea tree oil. And I like it because it naturally has disinfecting properties in it, and so I prefer to use that. You can also use a thieves oil or lavender, but those are gonna be a little bit on the pricier side, so I prefer to use the tea tree oil in my disinfectant cleaner since I make it so often. So that is all I have for you for this week's video. I hope that you really enjoyed it. I had a really good time sharing all of my ideas and the items that I like to use around my home to just bump up the natural factor and have my home be a little bit more environmentally friendly, as well as healthier, with having less harsh chemicals and toxins floating all around the place. So I hope that you really enjoyed this and that you were able to take away some tips and tricks from it that you can incorporate into your own home. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up so that I know you liked it. Make sure you comment down below if you have any ideas or questions, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for weekly videos and motivation, and we will chat with you in the next one. Bye.